That was one of the most impressive frosts I've seen here so far. I had to get out and film it. A little chilly though. And just like that, the frost is gone. It hung around a lot longer this morning because of that mist. But it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Luckily, we're toasty warm in our cabin. It's actually 19 degrees in there with the diesel heater right now. Unfortunately, it's a little bit colder in the caravan. I'm trying to cook breakfast. Everything's taking a little bit longer to heat up than normal. Can't really use the taps because they're frozen solid. I'm currently obsessed with porridge with banana, and I might go for a second cup of tea. And would I have felt comfortable living in a slightly colder destination this winter in the caravan if I'd sorted out my heating? At the moment my heater runs on power or gas, and it's just still temperamental on gas. Even though I had it fixed, it's just temperamental. I would have invested in a diesel heater, I think, like the one we've got in the cabin where you have a little controller so you could turn it on from bed. And it's definitely colder in the caravan with no one in it when I first get in here in the mornings. Because it's a small space, when you're in it, everything's all nice and tight and you're breathing and you're letting off body heat. It does warm up quite a bit, and when you're making, you know, the odd hot drink as well. I think it would have been fine with a decent diesel heater. But I must admit, I do love our cabin. I realised I never really had a proper ending shot of us settled in the cabin. So this is our chaos now. The front part just seems to be full of baby stuff. But we've got a two-seater where we can admire the view. And yeah, we're kind of settling in. We're settling in. Feels lived in now. It's nice and warm on those chilly days. Yeah. I'd bought myself some trees to plant as a congratulations, my sciatica pain has disappeared and I can actually do physical labour again. But then I went and had a emergency C-section. So that means I can't do anything physical for 6 weeks from the birth. So Hayden's going to plant the trees for me. I just popped out to show where I'd imagine them going. It can get cold in this area. When the wind's coming from the south, which is kind of that direction, that's where the snowy mountains are. So that's when it's cold. And talking more about the diesel heater, Hayden installed it all while I was feeling a bit average, and then when I was in hospital we modified it. So I'll just explain about the user experience, and I like it. I think part of the reason I like it so much is you have this controller, so I can turn it on or off, hotter or colder, from anywhere in the room with this, which just makes life perfect for those early morning feeds when it's absolutely freezing. I can just turn it on, wait a little bit, and then the room is toasty again. The one thing I don't like about the diesel heater is the noise it makes when you first turn it on. It roars. It does roar quite a lot. Because it races up to its highest setting and then it drops to what you have it on, which is normally the lowest setting. And then when you turn it off, it roars up to its highest setting again. So in that regard, it's a little bit noisy to get going, but at the same time, Reese sleeps through it. Doesn't bother him at all. I guess the other annoying part is just needing to fill it up once a day. But I guess it's one of these off-grid chores that you get used to. And I asked Hayden if he could explain the back end a little bit more, and he was unhappy with the setup before, so he's gone and tidied up the area for you guys.
I bought a diesel heater off Trade Me, which is the New Zealand version of eBay. It came all in an enclosure, so it was all kitted together already. All you need to do was fit the pipes on it and plug it in. So I've built a little box for it to live in. It came with the display unit and the control panel on the outside of the box here, but of course that's no good when it's sitting outside, so I had to put the unit on the inside. So I've had to cut the wires and extend the wires inside so you can control it and see it inside. And then it's just simple matter of putting the air outlet, which goes through the wall and into the cabin, and then the air inlet from this side here, and then the exhaust and the air inlet for the fire department is in the bottom. So a diesel heater is a transfer system, meaning that there's a little fire that goes on inside. It needs to have air coming in and it needs to have an exhaust going out. That's all underneath and it comes out the side, and then it transfers that heat to a separate lot of air, and that comes in the side here, and then the outlet goes through and then into the cabin. So it's all one unit already put together. I just put the pipes on and in it goes. And then every day during winter I just fill it up. Take my cap off. I've actually got no diesel left. For the life of me, I normally use a yellow container, but you just can't find yellow containers in the 10 litre size, only 20.
There's a few mouse droppings around the base of the diesel heater, so I actually think mice have been living there. I guess it's pretty warm for them. That's interesting. A real problem I find with the diesel heater is if Hayden misses the fuel hole and a little bit of diesel ends up sitting somewhere on the unit, the whole cabin ends up smelling like diesel, which can't be good for you. Having a chat with Handy Hayden, a couple of possibilities. We could get some more of this and attach it where the intake of air comes from, and then even if there is a little bit of spillage on the top of this unit, it's okay. The fresh air is coming from here and it won't accidentally suck some diesel tinted air from this side.
Oh, it's only 16 degrees in here.
Still feels warm.
It would be 0 degrees outside.
Yeah. Snowy. You got a little bit of ice on you? No, yeah. Yeah, well, it's more like flecks of ice.